Hello friends and welcome back to another tutorial. My name is Murtaza Brahmi from artstudio313.net. In this short tutorial we are going to learn together how we can paint multiple layers or textures on one object or on one model. So as you can see, this is a piece of one of my courses which I painted. Then on this hand-painted layer, I actually painted this grass, these waters, and these kind of brick material or this tile material. You can see how things actually works really good. So let's press Ctrl and space. We can go to shading. There is just this single object or material. Now I like to duplicate this principal BSDF and put it on underneath it. Then I would like to bring my texture. So now I drag and drop my texture inside Blender and connect the color to base color. So there is no mixed right now. We can grab this material output, and I have Node Wrangler set up or enabled. You can go to edit preferences in the add-on, search for Node Wrangler and enable it. Once you enable, you can hold Ctrl and Shift and drag with the right mouse from one to other, and it will mix it automatically. So now if we factor gonna be 1, you can see the effects of these texture. I can press Ctrl and T. It will set up automatically these two nodes, then drag from top to bottom and set it to 3 or 4 or whatever you like, because it will scale these tile texture, scale it multiple times. So now it's a lot better. So I actually going to set it to 0 because in some parts I would like to paint those moss or grass, and I would like to leave the rest. So let's press Ctrl and S to save it. Then I like to jump into texture paint. So let's press, actually we can select it, so we can hide this one so that we can have only we can paint only on these stone underneath. So you can see this icon stands for, which means that we are going to paint over these. Okay, so now I am using a graphic tablet. So pen pressure is enabled for both radius and strength. We can hold a Ctrl and middle mouse to zoom in or out. So let's go to shader editor again, and first we need to create a image texture. So I search for image texture, move it here. You can move this one up as well, and connect the color to factor, yes, and click on new. Name it to mask 1. You can name it to mass. Then it doesn't need to be alpha, but make sure to be black, and let's leave it at alpha, and boom, nothing has happened yet. But we go to texture paint again, and I already unwrapped these model. If I just press tab, you can see that there is some markings. So you have to unwrap your model when you will texture paint over it. Otherwise you will get a really crazy and bad result. So that's about it. We can select everything to pop up its actually texture paint UVs. So now you can see that I unwrapped it before and already. So make sure to set it to white color, because white is mean that we are painting. As soon as I paint with white, you can see the green part is appear. So now I use a graphic tablet and I start to paint over it. So you can see how we can start paint. It's up to you how you want. If you if the pressure is really high, you can see the strength is really high. So you will paint 100%. So even you can paint over here. Press F to play around with the radius. And Shift and F will play around with the strength. So keep in mind, actually we can't explain everything in this short video, but if you want to learn more about it, I've created multiple courses about hand painting, especially how we can stack different layers on together to create awesome results. So I just show you how you can actually paint different layers, and I'm not going into details too much because I will keep these tutorials short as possible. Okay, something like so. I think it should be enough. Let's leave some parts without painting. Okay, then you have to save these image texture. So you can click here and save it, save as. Already have some painted results, so I can name it to underscore so that I can remember it, so there is no underscore. And save. That's about it. We can go to shader and you can see that it is applied. Then how we can add the next actually layer. So let's add a frame, select everything and paste it into these. So you can see, so this is our first actually layer. We can duplicate it. It doesn't allow me, so let's press Shift and S, Shift and A, sorry, and search for Principal BSDF. Then bring your next image which you prefer. So in this situation, I bring it. I will import this kind of texture, and it is actually a PBR texture. You can see, but I just imported the base color. So connect the base color to base color, and now we have to actually create another mix shader. So hold on Ctrl and Shift and drag it to mix it automatically. Okay, so we actually move these forwards just a bit. Then we can press and search for image texture. So we can create a new image texture, connect it to factor. So everything is white for now. We have to wait just a bit. Click on new and name it to mask underscore 2, but this one gonna be tile or brick. So let's name it to tile. You can even play around with the width and height, but 1K works good for this tutorial. So wait a second and let's add another frame. Select both and move those to this. Now we can put it here. We could actually even move these guys inside like so, so that you know. So this is the next, and now we can go to select it. We can go to texture paint. So as soon as you go in texture paint, it will select the mask to tile. So it was before mask 1 mask and mask 2 tile. So in this case we are going to paint the tiles. So let's move and rotate it, and I like to paint just the tiles. So the tiles is really big. We can go back, select it, Ctrl T. Let's move those inside it. Grab these two. and did something like this. And now we can zoom and set the tile to about 4. You can see 4 is too big. Let's put it to 3. Now we can actually start paint. So make sure to select the mask to tiles and start paint. So you can see that with this mask we are actually painting over everything, even over this grass. So keep in mind, the last layer which we add, it will control and paint over all the rest. This is how it works. Okay, so that's about it. And we have to press Alt S to save this image texture and save it. Then you can continue adding more layer on top of these actually object. So you can go and press and add another principal BSDF. Then add your PBR texture, then create a new mask, and so on. You can add hundreds of these layers if you need. So that's about it, and hope you like it. And make sure to visit the link at the description for the courses. I created a lot of really exciting courses about hand painting published on Udemy and on my own website, artstudio313.net. And if you purchase from there, so in this case you're helping me and my website as well. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because every week I decided to publish new courses or new tutorials. Thank you very much and have a great time.